Salutations, folks. Another episode of Inside IU Volleyball is on the way. Pierce Cavanaugh joined by Sherry Dunbar. Coach, thanks for having me on a bit more of a pleasant occasion than we've enjoyed in the last couple weeks. Off a huge win over number 10 Michigan State on the road. Let's talk a little about that.
Okay. Well, it was great. It was a great win for us. I think we've been close on a lot of occasions, and I've loved the attitude that our players have brought every day. They've stayed so positive, and they're still coming early to practice and staying late. And so, you know, we knew it was going to come at some point. We didn't know when. We hoped it would come at some point because I think they had earned it. So it was nice to see them, especially on the road. It's very hard to get any kind of road wins in the Big Ten, so especially against the number 10 team in the country.
What went into that win? Just looking at it, comparing it, say, to the match on Tuesday against Purdue, it wasn't like your team didn't have opportunities to top Purdue, and that sounds weird in a match that they took in 3 sets, but every single set there were opportunities there, and it just looked like they played so much better against Michigan State.
Well, I think there's a couple things. I think our starts of our sets were a huge problem against Purdue and have been a huge problem for us throughout the Big Ten season, and we've really tried to focus on that and play mini games with the team of getting to 5 first, then of getting to 10 first. And I thought against Purdue, obviously that didn't happen for us, and it really caused us to expend so much of our energy to get back in the sets that we didn't have anything at the end. So we really talked about before Michigan State of focusing on the process and not the outcome. So the process to us was, how do we have better starts? What are some key elements to that you guys can, that the players can talk about on the court and work together on? And then how do we reduce errors and find more kills? And all week in practice, we worked with our hitters. We did a lot of hitting work, brought mats in so they weren't jumping on the hardwood the entire time, but we needed to work on hitting. And that's a hard thing to do in the middle of the Big Ten season because you have shin splints, your shoulders are sore. So we really tried to manage that the best we could, but understand we needed to work on it. So I thought that helped our outside hitters tremendously. They found shots that they weren't finding prior to Michigan State, and they found less errors. And it really made all the difference when you look at our stats.
Yeah, and just based on how they played, Jordan Haverly had herself one heck of a game. We'll get to her a little bit later. Amelia Anderson played well. Whaley did some nice things. And then even defensively, Caitlin Hansen, Taylor Lebo found a bunch of digs. Megan Tallman played all the way around as a setter, 50-plus assists. It was a balanced type effort. Morgan Leach getting the final kill.
Well, and I think we've tried to pride ourselves on that this year of being balanced. We don't have a stud, and we have a lot of very good young players, and we try to distribute the ball like that, and it makes us harder to defend. But, and the outsides knew this. They just hadn't really been pulling their weight as far as getting kills and less errors, and we just tried to stay positive with them and tried to work with them, and I thought they just really came through with a lot of confidence against that team.
Jordan Haverly, particularly, though, played very, very well. We're going to take the time, go out to Jordan, get her thoughts on the match and really how the season recently in general. Keep an eye on the second half of the season coming up.
Yeah, everything went really well. It wasn't really anything different that I tried to do. I just wanted to go out and have fun and help us play to the best of our potential. So I just tried to relax and stay positive with everything, and it worked. Everybody came out really amped to go, and we really focused on the game plan, so it just all fell into place. So everything went well. So I think after I tore my ACL, I kind of had to change how I approached playing because I couldn't be as physical, obviously, since I couldn't jump as high and everything. So it was more just becoming smarter with shots and, using the block and different stuff like that. So I think I've just really focused over the past 2 years, and especially this year, on just trying to play smarter instead of harder, and just using my experiences and having played the game for so long to try to outsmart the other team and exploit little things that they do. So using the block has been a big thing for us this year, and on defense just trying to read more. So read better, I guess, would be the way to put it, to make digs easier. Yeah, I think this team we have a lot more people who can do more things than in years past. So we have a lot of defensive specialists who are really good this year. So, Kate's like finding a lot of good digs, which is awesome. And then we have a lot more offensive players, so it's really spreading out the offense, which is good for the hitters because we don't have to, rely as much on one person as we do on others. So I think it's been really good for us to have a lot more new people coming in that are really athletic and that are able to carry part of the load right away. It's been really helpful. I think my approach this year has just been to have a lot of fun with it and to just enjoy everything. I know this is my last year of volleyball, so trying to just get the most out of it and remember all the experiences that we have together and just making memories and being with the team and bonding. It's the biggest part. So obviously winning is important, but just trying to stay positive and just enjoy everything and all the little pieces that go into the season.
Thanks for that, Jordan. Good stuff, as always, from Jordan Haverly. It was great, particularly to see her with some great stuff in that MSU match. Not only a season high in the Big Ten, season high for the year, I think it was 19 kills. That sounds right. And 16 was her previous high against Kent State, and this is against the top 10 team in the country.
Well, more important, I think the 19 kills, she hit 250. And hitting 250 as an outside in the Big Ten in a big match like that, you're going to find some wins when you have an outside doing that. So I was really happy with her, even hitting out of the back row. In the first set, I think she had 6 kills in one air, and really 2 or 3 of those kills came out of the back row. So, she was just smart with her shots. She didn't get frustrated when something didn't work. She knew what she was trying to do, and so it was just really nice to see her. She struggled as of late, and it was just really nice to see her have a good match. And for the seniors to have a big win like that on the road.
It would be great to see how this sort of thing can carry forward. Getting a big win like this, can be a nice momentum shift for a team going into the second half of the Big Ten season. You get your second look at a couple teams this weekend at the U-Gym. Minnesota and Wisconsin come in. What do you see that you did not do against those teams the first time that you'd like to come out and go after the second time around?
Well, I think some of the things we've been talking about, the starts and just, reducing our errors. When we look back at all the teams we've lost to, errors were a huge problem for us. So, and half those errors were getting blocked, so just not making smart decisions with our shots. So it's something we worked on and we hope that we're better at. I think a match like a Michigan State can be a breakthrough match, but only if we keep the momentum going in our direction. It's nice to be at home this weekend. To hopefully use that momentum on our side, because then we're on the road the next 2 weekends. So this is an important weekend for us as we start the second round to really try to use that breakthrough match. And we gave the kids a couple of days off, and that wasn't because of the win. We talked about that early last week, that this is the plan. We're going to, get through Michigan State, have a great week of practice, give everything we got against Michigan State. We're going to give you Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off because we know what's coming up. And because we know we need to be as healthy as we can, we need to be mentally and physically healthy, not just physically, but it's a grind, the Big Ten is. So to give them this chance to get as much treatment as they can, to get ahead in classes, and then just to be rejuvenated to start this grind again. And that like I said, the Michigan State match couldn't have come at a better time. To get that win, to have this little break, and then to come back and really attack the second round starting at home will be a great thing for us.
Will be fun to watch. Again, that's Wisconsin and Minnesota this weekend. Be sure to check back on that. All coverage about the Indiana volleyball team this weekend and the rest of the season available on iuhoosiers.com. Coach, that'll be about it. Thanks for taking the time.
And it's 90s night on Friday night.
It
so
is.
It's 90s night, so you have to dig out your clothes and
I might have to dress
your
accordingly.
Your scrunchies and anything else you have.
Do you have any plans, Coach? Are we
No,
participating
not yet.
in 90s night?
Not yet. They're trying to get me to, but maybe my whole wardrobe is 90s. I'm not sure. But it'll be fun. We're trying to, we'll have all 90s music, and a lot of the kids weren't even around in the 90s probably, so I don't remember that. So it should be a lot of fun.
This should be fun. I'm looking forward to it even more than I was before. Coach, thanks for that. Good stuff. Until next time, for Sherry Dunbar, Pierce Capital saying so long, travel well. Until we meet again, folks, thanks for watching.